Remember when turning 40 felt like scaling Mount Everest without oxygen? Well, turning 80 is like reaching the summit and discovering there's a cozy cafe with the best view in town. More and more people might face a tough time in retirement. Low-paying jobs, inflation, and high rents make it hard to save. Now, middle-class Americans find it tough to own a home too, leaving them without a place to retire. Sounds scary, right? But what if I told you that despite these challenges, turning 80 can be one of the most rewarding chapters of your life? As we journey through the decades, society often focuses on what we lose rather than what we gain. Today, I've gathered 5 secrets to a fulfilling life that many octogenarians wish they'd known sooner. I spent decades preparing for darkness that never came. Now I help others see beauty in whatever light they have left. These words from 82-year-old Mary Harris, who once lived in constant fear of blindness only to become a guide for others surviving cancer. Watch till the end to get inspired by the story of Strong Mary. Secret 1. Enhanced perspective. Like a well-seasoned cast-iron skillet that makes everything taste better than a brand-new non-stick pan, your life experiences have created a perspective that no younger person can match. At 80, you've witnessed everything from the moon landing to the digital revolution, events that younger generations only read about in history books or stream on Netflix documentaries. This broader outlook allows you to see patterns where others see chaos. Remember how terrifying the Cuban Missile Crisis felt in 1962, or the oil embargo of '73 that had you waiting in those endless gas lines. You've lived through recessions, housing bubbles, and market crashes, and witnessed recovery each time. That wisdom isn't theoretical. It's earned through lived experience, giving you a rare ability to distinguish between genuine crises and temporary setbacks. Secret 2. Stronger relationships. By 80, relationships are like those favorite vinyl records you've kept since your teens. They may have a few scratches, but the music sounds richer every time you play them. The friendships and family bonds you nurture now have withstood the test of time, surviving cross-country moves, career changes, and life's inevitable disagreements. Where once you might have maintained a sprawling social network, reminiscent of those massive 4th of July block parties where you barely knew half the guests, your circle may now be smaller but infinitely more meaningful. You've learned the difference between acquaintances and true friends, between surface conversations and soul-nurturing connections. Many octogenarians report that their relationships at 80 are more authentic than at any other point in their lives, free from the social climbing and impression management that characterized earlier decades. Secret 3. Freedom to pursue passions. Remember how you used to dash from your office job to pick up the kids from baseball practice, then race home to prepare dinner, all while planning the next PTA fundraiser? At 80, your time is finally your own, like having summer vacation, but with wisdom and a retirement fund. This freedom has sparked remarkable transformations. Take Marilyn from Minnesota, who spent decades working as an accountant but discovered her talent for watercolor painting at 82. Or Jim from Portland, who formed a bluegrass band with other retirees, fulfilling his long-deferred dream of playing music. Whether it's finally taking that cross-country RV trip along Route 66, mastering the art of sourdough bread that rivals anything you'd find in San Francisco, or volunteering at the local community garden, the opportunities are boundless. Secret 4. Financial stability. While economic challenges exist, reaching 80 with planning can bring surprising financial advantages. Like a trusty Chevy that's outlasted those fancy imports, a solid retirement strategy can provide staying power when it counts. Many octogenarians benefit from multiple income streams: Social Security, pensions for those lucky enough to have them, retirement accounts, and sometimes even part-time passion work. Senior discounts, tax advantages, Medicare benefits, and possibly paid-off mortgages further enhance financial well-being. Even with inflation concerns, many have mastered the art of living well within their means, focusing on experiences rather than possessions, choosing a weekend at the lake cabin over a new set of golf clubs. John Will, 55, a university professor and devoted son, says this about his parents: "They've learned that happiness comes more from a morning walk through New England fall foliage or a Thanksgiving dinner surrounded by family than from acquiring more stuff." Secret 5. Embracing change. Contrary to stereotypes, many 80-year-olds have become masters of adaptation, like those Canadians who effortlessly switch from ice hockey to beach volleyball when summer finally arrives. Having navigated from rotary phones to smartphones, from vinyl to streaming, from typewriters to tablets, you've proven remarkably resilient. This adaptability extends beyond technology. At 80, many people report feeling more willing to try new things, whether it's exploring Southwestern cuisine, taking up Tai Chi in the community center, or embracing new medical advances. The fear of looking foolish diminishes, replaced by the joy of discovery. As Vancouver native Eleanor put it, at 83, I finally learned to swim. I was always terrified of water, but I figured, what's the worst that could happen now? My grandkids cheered louder for me than I ever did at their hockey games. Take the inspiring story of Mary Harris from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Throughout her adult life, Mary lived with the overwhelming fear of going blind due to congenital myopia that had progressively worsened since childhood. She avoided sunset drives along the Arkansas River, declined invitations to grandchildren's evening performances, and organized her home with meticulous precision in preparation for the darkness she believed was inevitable. I spent decades preparing for blindness, Mary shares. I learned Braille in my 50s, labeled everything in my kitchen, and stopped traveling because I was terrified of being someplace unfamiliar when my sight finally failed. But at 76, something unexpected happened during a routine eye exam. Her ophthalmologist explained that while most people's vision deteriorates with age, her particular type of myopia had actually stabilized. The natural hardening of the lens that comes with aging had, in her case, created a counterbalance to her lifelong condition. For the first time in decades, Mary's prescription didn't increase. This revelation freed her to finally embrace experiences she'd long denied herself. She joined a local photography club, focusing on capturing the very sunsets she'd once avoided. Then, 2 years later at 78, Mary faced another health crisis when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. After spending my whole life afraid of going blind, cancer wasn't going to be what defined my final chapters, she recalls with characteristic determination. Instead of retreating into fear, Mary approached her treatment as an opportunity to connect. She started a support group at the Tulsa Senior Center specifically for older adults with cancer, recognizing that their needs and perspectives differed from younger patients. Today, at 82 and cancer-free, Mary leads sunset photography walks for seniors and cancer survivors. I wasted so many years preparing for darkness that never came, she reflects. Now I help others see beauty in whatever light they have left. Sometimes the best view comes when you stop being afraid to look. The journey to 80 brings enhanced perspective forged through decades of experience, relationships that have deepened with time, freedom to finally follow your passions, potential financial stability through careful planning, and a surprising adaptability that keeps life fresh and engaging. These secrets challenge the notion that aging must be feared. Instead, they offer a blueprint for a fulfilling third act, one where wisdom is valued over speed, where genuine connections matter more than social status, and where each day presents new opportunities for joy and growth. As you continue your own journey, I'd love to hear from you. What unexpected freedom have you discovered in your later years that you never anticipated enjoying? Your insights might just inspire others to look forward to, rather than dread, the advancing years. Subscribe for more uplifting content aimed at helping seniors thrive, not just survive.